you're probably either judging me to the core, or you probably think that I'm the bravest person out there because I'm putting this video, I'm sharing my experience, I'm talking about dating apps, and you probably either think that, okay, this girl is just stupid, why is she using dating apps, or why did she use dating apps, or you probably be thinking that this is exactly the video I need. Well, I have to tell you, if you are struggling with having a relationship, if you're struggling with talking to people, and you really think that dating app is your solution, then stick with me because I'm gonna be sharing what a dating app is, how you can use it, when you should use it, what are my 3 rules that you need to implement every single time you go on the certain first date with a person, and what my experience is. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. So in today's coffee chat, we are going to be talking about what is a dating app, when you should use it, and how you should use it, and then of course what it takes to be good on a dating app, or how can you go on a first date. So a little backstory so you know why I can make this video, how I have experience. I have gone on a dating app after my first relationship, and my first relationship was not from a dating app. The reason why I went on a dating app was because I think I want to give it a try. You know, I do not think that a dating app is bad because it's online, who is who. It's a little bit like AI, you know, you're scared of it because you don't know it. But once you learn how to use it, once you know what it makes a good date, a good profile, you will either enjoy it or you will hate it, but you will not be scared of it, definitely. So the first time I was very scared. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cringe, like I'm gonna be on a dating profile and people that I know will see me. But then I was like, you know what, it's not like I'm committing a crime, right? If you have a dating app, it doesn't mean that you are committing a crime. And let's be honest, we are living in an age where technology is going to take over. We are living in an age where you first have a phone before you can speak. So why shouldn't we give it a try? You know, it's nice to know what it is, and then you can decide if you like it or not. So basically, I tried out dating app and I was using it for relatively a long time, but it wasn't like I was on it straight for 2 or 3 years. It was like I was on it and I got off it, and I was on it again and I got off it again, and then I was on it again. Each time I went back for a different reason, and every time I deleted it, it wasn't necessarily because I found someone. Sometimes I just felt like, okay, I've been on it for months, I don't like it. I've been on it for weeks and I haven't got any real normal dates, so I'm just gonna take a break. And it's okay because I feel like as long as you are transparent with it, I think you can do no wrong. So anyways, I do not think that if you're watching this video, you don't know what a dating app is, but I just want to be 100% transparent with you guys. So I'm going to just try to explain what a dating app. So I'm just going to explain what a dating app is. So basically, a dating app is an application on your phone, on your computer, on your tablet, where you can put up a profile, like have an actual profile with your pictures, with traits about yourself, with some facts about yourself, and you can choose based on filters who you want to see and who you want to match with. So you can choose from like men, women, you can now put even other things. You can choose if you want to see people 20 kilometers far away or 50 kilometers far away. And there are some applications where you can also put if you want to see people that have, for example, the same characteristics as you do. So it just basically you put up a profile and then you have a screen, and then you can scroll left if you don't like the person, or right if you like the person. You have the chance to read their profile, but you don't have the chance to actually engage in a conversation with them until it's a match. A match means that you guys both swipe right on the other one, so you both like each other, and then you basically just want to get to know each other. So there are a lot of applications that you can choose from, and if there's going to be request, I'm going to do a video on how you can put up your profile in like a very successful way, because Most of the time, people do not get matches not because they're ugly, but because their profile is just so low-key. It's just so boring, let's just say, that, no one would swipe right on them. That's it. What is a dating profile? I know it sounds creepy because, there could be so many fake profiles. There could be people that just lie on their profile. Also, when you start engaging in a conversation, some people like to chat for like weeks and then go on a date, and some people just like to chat basically for a day and then they go on a date the next day. So it really depends on how you feel. It depends on how much information you want to share. But I've got to be honest with you, if you don't want to share any information about yourself, I'm not quite sure that you should have a profile, because if you put up one picture of yourself and then you put for a bio, I'm a girl, it's not very authentic. People will not swipe right on you because, you don't really share a lot about yourself. So if you don't feel comfortable putting up a profile, I wouldn't advise you to do that. So the second thing is who should have a dating profile. So I just want to go out and say bluntly, everyone, but at the same time, I feel like I just explained to you that if you do not feel like your life should be put on the internet, don't do it. Because especially nowadays with all the updates, all the different applications, there are possibilities that you can share, for example, your interest, your height, your education, your job, horoscope, your religion. And I'm not saying that if you have a dating app, you must put all the information out, because I personally also did not put all the information out. So, for example, I put up my religion because I'm proud of it. But for example, work, I never put out. School, I never put out, because that's something that I will share with the people that I'm gonna go on a date with. My boyfriend, now we also met on a dating app. And for example, his profile was also very low-key. Like, he didn't put anything on his profile, just the things he was comfortable with. And even though I put more things on my profile, I didn't feel like, okay, he's an imposter, or okay, he's probably fake. So just because someone doesn't have a lot of information, it doesn't mean that they are a freak. But if you only put in your bio, like, I'm a guy or I'm a girl, that's not the best. So who should have a dating profile? Personally, I believe that, for example, when you move to another country or another city, and you don't know anyone, it's a nice start to have a dating profile. Some of the dating profiles nowadays actually help you to choose not a date, but for example, a friend or business partners. Like, when you register, you can decide if you're looking for a date, if you're looking for friends, or if you're looking for a business partner, like in people you can share your interest with in a professional way. So even if you just moved and you're looking for friends, I think that's quite a cool thing to do. And the second thing is, I suggest to people that are very shy in person, because if you talk to someone and then you get a gist of how they are, then, when you go out on an actual date, it's going to be way easier to engage in a conversation. However, it's important to note that if you get comfortable with someone online and then in person they show up to be completely different, then you have a little bit of problem. But this is something that I'm gonna be later on talking about on this channel, like how I came across the fear of the first date, how I came across the fear of like opening up to strangers online. In this video, it's just an introductory video to, basically, we can call it a dating app series, which is more about like how you can go from super shy to like actually talking online very confidently. So, okay, you just moved to another country or another city, or you're very shy to speak, but on text you are like very good. Okay, so I have some friends that are like, we're in person, and I'm like, can you just say something? Like, you haven't said a thing. And then we go home and they chat 24/7. Now, these people, I think they should go on a dating app, because, they speak so much on chat. They are so confident on chat. Some people are like that, and some people are very bad texters, but they are very good in person. Those people might struggle with dating app a little bit. Or the third thing is, I tell to people, if you're very curious, you can try it, because as I told you, you're not doing anything illegal. Also, there is a feature on the dating app where you can, for example, hide, so your contacts from your number list, like from your phone list, will not see you. And if you're very, very insecure of other people seeing your profile online, you can always put up this one feature which says, okay, I want to hide myself from my contacts. So nobody that has your phone number can see you on the dating profile if they are also on that dating profile. So if you're very curious, but this is the one thing that's stopping you, I also advise, why not? Okay, let's move on to the third thing, because I feel like if someone wants to have a dating profile, they will have it anyways. They don't care if I just said, oh, you shouldn't have if you're like this and that. If someone wants to have a dating profile, they will have a dating profile, right? So point three is my rules. So you don't have to follow these rules, but I highly recommend, especially if you're a girl. This is a little bit more serious topic now because I'm gonna be sharing the rules I have to keep myself safe. As a girl and as a guy even, I think that meeting someone for the first time is very dangerous. It's very dangerous because you don't know who's gonna show up, you don't know how they're gonna be in person, you have absolutely no clue what's gonna happen in that date. So I have 4 rules which I use every single time. There's no question, okay, this time I'm not gonna use this time I'm not gonna use something else. No, if someone is not willing to follow these 4 rules with me, I never went on a date. I never, because these rules ensure your safety, and these rules ensure that you go on a date and you will probably go home either happy or unhappy, but you're gonna go home, you're gonna be safe. So the first rule that I have is always meet in daylight. So when someone told me like, okay, let's go out for drinks at 11 p.m., no. Because the lighter it is, the more people are gonna be on the streets, and the lighter it is, the more you can navigate yourself if you have to run or if you have to do anything else. So number 1 rule, always make sure that you meet in the daylight. The second rule is always go to a place where there are a lot of people. So I don't want to go to a random street with like one shop open, okay? Because that's just for me not safe. I understand that you cannot really get intimate when there are a lot of people around you, but you can go to a cafe and have a chat, or you can go and grab food in a mall, or you can go to a park and sit on a bench, and it's still intimate because you guys are sitting on a bench by yourselves. But if you need help, there are people around you. And this is why the third point is always go to a place you are familiar with. So if you live in a small city, okay, and you want to go out with a guy or you want to go out with a girl, I would say like stay in the city, okay? So just because the other person lives in like a way bigger city and there are more things to do, stay in your city because you know that place, okay? So you can make compromises, of course, you can meet halfway, but always make sure that you know the area you're gonna have the date in, because if you need help, you have to know where to go. You have to know which shop is open, which person is nice, who you can go to ask for help, because otherwise you will not know where to go in case of a problem. And the last rule I have is basically an additional rule. Usually I have these 3 rules and I add this one additional, but I truly believe this is a good rule, but some people like to make an exception, and if you want to make an exception, okay, it's on you, but I think this is also for your safety. So on the first date, it's usually not my place or the other person's place. It has to be neutral, because even though I told you, right, that go to a place which okay, you probably know your own house, you know your own apartment, you know your own area. Why would you invite a total stranger into your home? Or why would you go to a total stranger's home on a first date? Of course, there are some crazy situations where, for example, you go on a date and you start to like the other person and it starts raining. Then, of course, it's nice to offer, while the rain is going, you can come to my place, we can dry up, stuff like that. But otherwise, I do not suggest going on like crazy, come over, let's watch a movie, not on the first date, because what if this person is fake? So I have some stories about this, which I'm going to share in another video. But what if the person is fake? Like they are looking different on the picture than in real life. Then what are you going to do? You're going to feel uncomfortable. And the last point I want to talk about is my experience. So in this video, I'm not going to go into details because I want other videos to share my experience and what you can do if, for example, someone is fake, or what you can do if someone doesn't show up, or what you can do if you feel uncomfortable during the date. But I just want to tell you guys that just because it's something unusual or something weird, it doesn't mean it's bad. Even though I spent quite a lot of time on dating apps, I've never had like something weird experience. Just make sure you give it a go and you try, because honestly, if you know how to use it, they are very good. So stay tuned for the other videos that I mentioned. I'm gonna be posting them on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.